Alrighty, people, welcome on to episode 25 of the podcast. I feel so weird saying that we are 25 episode into a podcast that I thought that I wouldn't be this far. I thought it would be like 10, maybe 15 episodes, maybe less. And yeah, but we're 25 episodes in. Most of this episode have been me with somebody else. And for the past couple episodes, due to something that happened, it's just been myself. And then we did have episode 8 or 9, I think, or maybe earlier, was an interview I did with one of my uh, with somebody that I knew, but hey, we're here, episode 25 podcast. We're going to over CDL and a whole bunch of CDL news. And then there also was some called mobile news, but I really don't think that's important to talk about. Well, it depends, but I'm ready. I don't want to give spoilers to CDM for like the mobile news. Well, there's something rich to talk about. But yeah, if I do say talk about it, we'll talk about it. If not, we're just gonna focus on CDL. We're talking about Major 3, which one I'm happy about. If people have seen it, you gotta know why. If people don't seen it, you'll find out why right now. But yeah, and can I say one thing? My predictions were brutal in the beginning. So in the beginning, we had it, of course. In the beginning, we had it four matchups, which were the winner bracket round, which were Ravens versus Thieves, which I knew that's gonna happen. And we had a Surge beating FaZe, who I didn't thought would be happen, but then after watching it for a while, I'm like, never mind. After watching the past couple rounds of FaZe, I'll talk about it. I'm like, wait, maybe I was correct. Maybe I should have picked Surge. And then I don't know. Then watching Miami beat Ultra, I saw that coming in. Wow, that ending that might be a rivalry between these two teams right here. There's a rivalry. And then Boston beating off this opposite team is terrible. Which one? I'm getting news from Twitter because that's where I'm on right now. I'm on Twitter right now. There is no freaking changes for there is no changes for Optic. So Optic might be keeping their same roster. I'm gonna be checking on their Instagram and their Twitter to make sure. But talk about the Thieves Ravens. Ravens, your back to back matchup with your new player is against Thieves. Surprisingly, but in reality, these Ravens are going to struggle a bit. And for that, we take the 3-0 victory. And I'm also going to remove third. Then FaZe losing to Seattle was not. Oh, I'm being correct. I really thought in reality I thought it would be the other way around. But then I'm looking at the score: 250 to 180, 6-4, 3-1, and 250 130. The two hard points were not even close. The control people are saying people are gonna be calling reset cheese right there, which is one that were so many resets right here on the side Surge and Surge one is people gonna be pissed about it. And I don't know what happened in the I have no idea what happened. I think poor one of the famous member I think he was a busy or Simp. They dropped 14 for the loss, so that sucks for them. And Toronto beat Miami. So good news is this Toronto they used a sub, so it sucks. Going, I'm pissed about it, but in reality, this sub play Mercury, he's actually not that bad. Even though the first game go 251-2, and I think I was 6-1-3-1, 250-230. For a first game on and winning your first map 250-192, and we're losing is not that bad. Like I say, in the new game, you're playing against Miami, who's in the middle pack, is actually one of the most better matchups that I think people will talk about. And then Boston beating Texas. Everybody saw that happening. The Texas team is not that good. Which one? Due to our final major happening this week, or this major being the final major, Optic stats are, I think, 35 points ahead of ninth. So there's a chance that we don't see what is it? We don't see them in here. But we'll talk about it Optic in a bit. Then we move on to Saturday where let's make sure or Friday where these five matches were here. New York is trying a lot. Which one? I do got news from New York. New York did drop three players. They dropped their coach, they dropped Mac, and they dropped Attach. So Attach and Mac are out. And then come Capsito, who actually was on the Boston Breach in the regular season. And then what is Spart, who was also here. So I'm ready. I can bring up the Cloud9 already. Cloud9 New York, right here to call team. So yeah, they do Not that one. They do bring Capsule and Spark to Count Nine, and then they say goodbye to Tupac, which was their coach, which was their S&E coach, and then they drop Mac and a Ted, so they have fun intended for those two teams, for those two players. In reality, it was neat how that team was struggling. I really wanted them to go back to their stage two performance because stage two they're doing had fun, and their video they post about it, which have a tag and them talking about it's literally them having the time of their life, saying, "Hey, hey, I want to go back to stage two, but we're ready too late for that." Falcons losing to Texas. I thought this would be the other way around. I thought, um, yeah, I thought Falcons would be beating Texas, but that didn't happen. And then, what is it? Ultra beating Greater Mates. Like the Greater Mates. I really think if I'm gonna do a redo my tier list from after Major Two, I really put my tier list as Falcon in front of Gorilla Mage due to how bad the Gorilla Mage team and the two players that they pick up. Johnny's doing fine. Fell on the other side is doing bad. And then the Looters to pick up one of the back ends after Major One, I think. I gotta go maybe Major One. It's still struggling. I really think that they'll make more changes for the Green Bay. And then congrats to Ultra Grenadier win right there 3-0. So yeah, there's nothing good to watch for Friday. And then Rocker beating Ravens the day that one of the Rocker players, I forgot who was it, controller got stolen. I think that was true. So that happens. And then FaZe beating 3-0 Optic. Maybe the only game that I recommend for Friday. It's brutal. I'm gonna say the Miami. I'm gonna say the Miami and the Minnesota versus Ravens game. That's basically the only game I can give it to. Kwan. That's not. Yeah, that's the only thing I can give it to you. But it's kind of hard to like decide like what matchup like when you're seeing what's 3-0, 3-1. There's nothing competitive between these teams right here, and which is brutal one. You're like, shouldn't we be competitive? Like, shouldn't we see 3-2? Well, in reality, we do see a 3-2, but we want to talk. We do see 3-2 the next day, and we move to Saturday matchups where okay, yeah, Saturday matchup where these four matchup Ultra B Rocker 3-1. What's expected? What's expected? I think after we see Mercury will play better. Like no joke, Mercury's getting. You see what is it? I'm not spoiling it, but Murphy's getting not bad for a fair major, not that bad. Surge knocked Boston to lose bracket. I saw that happening from my way. This Surge team is nasty. Sucks for what happened to them in the major. Then Miami losing to Thieves. Don't forget the Thieves team are broken. There's no shot nobody beats the Thieves. That's it for FaZe, maybe. For FaZe, and somehow maybe if Surge can pick it up. I put 3-1 for Thief. Well, it's supposed to be a 3-0. So, yeah. Then another news, Ultra 3, and then Ultra 3-1 in Boss to knock up Boston. The back Boston loses in the winner round 2, then get eliminated. And then an upset of the century, FaZe losing to Miami. I think this is the only game that you can watch because basically this is the only 3-2, and this is basically wins the match of the season, even though that's the first, even though, wow. What is it, a 250, 250, 6-5, 3-0, 251, 60, 6-4. The S&Ds were close. Miami threw game two. By the way, I'm so pissed. Miami should have been a 4-0 right here. It should have been a 3-1. But yeah, and then the control phase and nasty control Hacienda. That 4 actually made up of the 2 Harper one not even close at all. And yeah, so this actually wins it. So for phase and enemy phase, and it also knocked phase out of the top 1. Right. Then Sunday. Sunday. Man, I was happy for Sunday. I was a bit scared on Sunday, but really I'm happy for Sunday. Sunday we have 3-2 after 3-2 after 3-1 and then a 4-0 final. So first I'm gonna skip the 3-2 Ultra knocking out Miami 3-2. It go game 5. Miami plays top 4. So Hartford have them on points. They got 2-1, but can't close out the votes and get destroying the 6-1. Congratulations to Mercs for somehow getting top 3 or fighting for top 3. And then Thief reverse sweep Surge. Thief reverse and sweep Surge after Thief lose their best map in Hacienda 250 to 219. They go down 6-1 in leadership. I don't know where they win the vote 3-0. They win the protocol 250 to 211. Then they beat the rewind 6-4. This basically is your match. This and the Miami Ultra game will be the two matches that I think people can watch. That people think it will be one of my better matchups. Because we already these two matches where we had a reverse sweep happen in winter final. That is Surge fault to the what is it, loser final who they beat Ultra suck for Mercury's. But Mary, this is where Mercury's run win 249-250. That final hard point was crazy. The first hard point was crazy. 259 Skyline was interesting scoreline and 31-64. I really don't think people should watch that match, maybe. And then poor Surge, their second 0-4 loss. And yeah, the three matches for the first season the same. Then we got a hard point. What is a hard point Skyline? I really think this could have gone 5-1, maybe 4-1, maybe a 4-2. I think people were saying 4-2, 4-2, but Ghosty finally gets his first win. And FaZe is 0-8 in or not FaZe. Surge is 0-8 in finals, and also 0-7 to end their major 3 run. But yeah, then we're gonna talk about standings. Standings are they look fucking first place. What? Standings. Here are the standings. BH are up in first, 410. FaZe are in second, 390. Ultras in third, 310. Fourth is Vancouver at 300. Fifth is Carolina, 210. Miami does 6 for 185. Boston at 7 to 180. Optics at 8 to 145. Rockers at 115. 9th. Carolina 105. 11th is Green Maze, and Falcons would be 12th with 10 points. So the only team to make changes, if I'm correct, is I don't know how to spell Green Maze at all. The only team I think to make change would be yeah, is C9. Channel Outbreak Finally. Can we see that? Yeah. That's the only thing. Yeah. C9 is on the only people to make changes, getting Sparring Capsule. Then the rest of omit. And then the rest and everybody else decided to not make changes. I thought there would be a whole bunch of changes. I thought Mercury was gonna get somebody how he did. But no, and then Texas, this is the dumbest move I've seen from Texas. I, I have nothing to say. Like clearly, I have nothing to say. Like literally, I thought there would be a whole bunch of changes. I thought people were gonna be changed because this is the final major, which is a DreamHack. But no, there's no changes made. So in that case, I literally thought there were gonna be like 4 changes, like maybe um one or two. I thought the bottom teams would make changes, like the 10th, 11. What's it for Falcons? Falcons are fine. Yeah, I thought what is it? I thought Boston will make changes, which they didn't. They're taking out. I thought Raiders will make changes. I know that's no. That's major four. Well, never mind. Okay, I thought Green Bay made changes going. Their 2 players are doing terrible. Kind of making changes, so that's good. Rocker is finally stick out. Even people are saying that maybe they should change some players from Rocker. I think Texas should make a change because what is their 15 and 7 and 55 and 66? But no, the only teams to make changes was wow 1 2 42 wow. The only team to make changes is to count 9. There might be some changes for the EWC 2025. I gotta find it. Nope. For people wondering, a bunch of other formats have been announced for EWC, but due to my complete random crashes, I won't do it. But one, we do find out that top 3 of Challenger Finals will make it to EWC. So and then whoever wins DreamHack Atlanta or DreamHack Dallas. So funny thing that can happen is that DreamHack Atlanta can win, and then if that happens, I think they're gonna drop it. Yeah, should the winner DreamHack Atlanta DreamHack Open finish in top 3 for play qualify for WC. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Except for pick'ems. All right, pick'em for Friday. Friday pick'ems are Surge versus FaZe. I think Surge somehow still wins that one against FaZe. Ravens versus Ultra. I'm gonna give Ultra the win. And then Falcons versus C9. I'm giving Falcons the win, but I really think I don't know how the C19 will play. That's why I'm debating that game. And then Surge have proven to be FaZe, but they also proven to lose to FaZe. After continuing in the winter final and then what is the grand final major 2. Okay. And then Ravens have been on the downside. So we'll see what Ultra is, and then Ultra have been on the upside. They play with us up. So really, this game right here can be predictable, but we'll see. Saturday matchups. Saturday matchups. We get Minnesota versus Falcons. I think Rocker will beat the Falcons. That might be close. Raven versus Boston. I'm gonna give Boston the win. I think Raven struggled this week. I think Raven somehow struggled. But really, I think Raven might beat Boston. I don't know. Surge versus Optic. I think Surge beats Optic. And then Thieves beat my and then Thieves versus Miami. I think Thieves beats Miami. Only games that I am debating right now. It's the Ravens. It's the Raven. It's the first 2 matches. The Boston, the Rocker versus Falcons. Ravens versus the Breach. Yeah. Yeah, those are the only 2 matches I'm debating. The Sunday, our final Sunday predictions. Sunday, we have a banger match. Sunday, Greater Bates versus Miami. Miami. C9 versus Ultra. Now, we have the Major 1 and Major 2 champs versus the Major 3 champs. We have the battle for first. Last time we seen these 2 team play was winners for the grand finals of Major 1. I think these somehow be FaZe and FaZe starts 0-2 again. Already, if you look at the rest of the schedule, FaZe gets C9, FaZe Greater Mates. Wow, FaZe is such an easy. FaZe vs Falcons, wow. Yeah. No more predictions. So Sunday predictions would just be also prediction for champ will be main like in the bracket and something like that. So once again, those are my predictions. Surge, Ultra Falcons, Rocker, Breach, Surge, Thieves, Heretics, Ultra Thieves. A very interesting bracket, but really, let's see how it happens. Other news is across thing. Calling there is the CDM happening. Well, I'm not going to spoil it, so I'm just going to search it up and then show people. Yeah, so there's CDM. I'm on scroll more further, and also GSI, which I'm on, which is a greener version. Which funny thing is, greener team were invited for CDM, but want to do to them having the GSI, they decided to invite them whenever they can. But people have been notifying like, hey, there's a small chance that next one is in champs. Qualifier have started. For people wondering for Colin, maybe the next CDM, which is CDM season 10, might not know. And people are saying, what? What about CDSI? There's no news on CDSI at all. And then another thing that's happening that is not shown on here. No, never mind, it is shown on here. It's the Saudi E League, where this one I'm going to show. I don't think people care about this at all. Where we have two Brazilians. We have three Brazilians on one team. There's one of the sole player, the coach Burns. We got Cali here, and then we got okay, nothing out there. We got Trino Trump from Seoul, and then we got another Brazilian. We got Neil from Exclusive, and then we got Knox from Exclusive, and then the random Nobles team. It should have been some of them, but I think they've been some other. But really, the matchup should have been updated. But really, these are some of the worst matchups I've seen so far, which I don't know why I wanted to. I decided to watch it, and then half of the matchups were what is it? Interesting, should I say that? Bad news for that for Colin. Anything else to say? That's really I'm focusing on. Valor Mobile scheduled to release soon for beta, and then people are saying it might take another year for that game to actually come out. RSIC Mobile taking the sweetest time to come out. But hey, there is the RSIC Mobile, not RSIC Mobile, Radar R6. If they have been, there's a whole bunch of VTT stuff happening for Valorant, for people who care about that. I want to talk about those. Not really. I might talk about the Master Team and maybe. And there's a bunch of other tournament. There's the Dota tournament. There is Counter Strike stuff like that. But when I'm debating to talk about those and some other tournaments, that I'm like, will people care about it? But yeah, that's basically all I have for today. You guys thank for watching. This has been episode 25. We are at 75 episodes away from reaching our glorious 100 episode. Can we get there? We'll see. I wonder when we'll get there. All right, I'll see you guys either. I think I'll see you guys whenever I do it. For number one, I record this on Thursday, so I might see you guys next Thursday. I might see you guys on Sunday. I don't know. I'll let you guys know. So everybody, and not all the other episodes have been live on YouTube for everybody. The 124 I uploaded 24 a little bit late. Sorry about that. Same thing with episode 23. Sorry about that. You guys watched episode 25 before you see though. Sorry about that. If you're watching episode 25, start with episode 1. Have fun with it. Episode 1 was very interesting. It was not really a pocket. It was more of an introduction. Man, see you guys.